Beans, what the fuck? That's the name of the announcement on Discord. Beans, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, I'm in before all of you. Before anybody's like, wait a minute, you still look the same in the corner. That's because it's, I haven't drawn the guy yet. So I can't update my talkie avatar until, I have him redesigned. I think the avatar is redesigned at this stage. All the stream is going to be is me just line arting it, talking shit, answering questions, I guess. In looking at my stream layout, it is honestly an absolute disaster. One thing I want to do in the new year, and it is the new year, is have the logo just be animated, because it is an animated logo. So I don't have it saved as a GIF. And yes, I say GIF. Hello, your boy Nando. Hello, Welsh Giraffe. Hello, Cody's Extreme Scene TV Junior. That is a name. How's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday, my dude? I have had... What day is... Let me check my Twitter to just get... Because I just want to know if everything was this week. And also I can put on Twitter that I am in fact streaming. So what day did I say? January 9th was Monday. Yeah? 'Cause today's Wednesday? It is Wednesday, isn't it? It is Wednesday, my dudes. Oh! Okay, so in the space of 3 days... And also with another thing last week, there have been opportunities for like 5 collabs. Which honestly is insane. The main channel is less than 5k away from 100,000. I was predicting it would hit it this week, but the trajectory slowed off after people kind of watched and got used to the... what the fuck is it called? The Slitherwing song, and also the Slugs or Bugs meme. So the trajectory is still going up. It'll probably just be next week or the weekend. Ideally, I would love for it to be during the day so that I can do a stream on the main channel and cry during stream. That'd be hilarious. Hello, Persalian. It's doing good. I think I just explained how it's going. I would talk more, but I'm playing Cuphead. Fair point, Slapicus. And everyone else dealing with it. Yeah, it is raining like God knows what over here. And Welsh, we're pretty close geographically in terms of the Earth. And hello, Blady. Speaking of the Earth, sorry. I watched a video on North Sentinel Island, which kind of freaked me out. So... And I know that this has nothing to do with, well, it's more than a quick boat ride. It's like a 3-hour car journey and then a boat ride. So... Here's the Earth. There's India. There's a bunch of islands over here. There's an island right there that is completely cut off from humanity. I knew about it before, but I never like delved into it, and I didn't know about it after I like did philosophy in college and all that jazz. Or I didn't think about it after I did philosophy. So it's like, to this one island, they're all still in the Stone Age. If you go there, they will kill you. Like, they will shoot you with their bows and arrows. The Indian government has basically said if you go in there, like, it's illegal to go in there in the first place. But if you are killed by them, there'll be no action taken, because, like, you've been warned not to go in there. And, like, a boat shipwrecked there, so they kind of, like, skipped an age, and they're now in the Iron Age, just using the parts from that boat. So basically, what I was thinking of was, what if this island is us on Earth? And we're all fucking here. And then there's a bunch of, like, other humans just like, ah ha ha! Fools, idiots! They're in the technological era, we're in the fucking multiverse, I don't know. So that's been my kind of thoughts recently. New Year, new me. Existential crises. I'm suffering depression because I got news of Pokemon replacing Ash and Pikachu. I don't care about Ash and Pikachu. And I'm pretty sure they won't be gone for... Oh, that was a quick tease of what I've been doing. So I'm gonna... Yep, there's an avatar. That was like a beta test run. The nose I still think I need to work on, but we'll get there. That's Primal Punch. There's Iron Buns. That's all. Then it was just me testing how things worked, blah, 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 based on stream we did last time. I took all of that feedback, and then this was kind of like my character reference sheet, I suppose, which I put up there. And then I took the 6 poses that I had originally, and then I pretty much... I just remember that this is a cube. I pretty much just redid the poses, but with the new style. This is monkey mode now. There's no big buff ape mode anymore. Like, but here's the thing. People will be like, oh, DPS, you don't have ape mode. What's happening? This avatar here, if I can get a layer. This one, this didn't exist until like July or August 2022. It was originally just these 5. So before we get any ape mode purists in the chat, hello Bludgeon, the OG ape mode purist. I'm kidding. Saw your animation on Theta. I was gonna say everybody go subscribe to Bludgeon, but then I got distracted thinking about, are we alone in the universe or whatnot. Went from ape to given mode. DBS and Bludgeon going block, will get block runner. Tank Rider's already kind of a block. Like, oh fuck! I mentioned him now, so like, fuck's sake. Okay. Oh. Tank Rider doesn't have a nose either. Why isn't he Saber Spark, you know? Stupid. Okay, let me fade him out just as slowly as he faded in. I want to tie that to a button on my Elgato. I want to really get my Elgato going. Honestly, it would be ideal if I could, like, run the Elgato with my feet. Because it's like when you're streaming, your feet aren't doing anything, you know? And I know that if I could get, like, a car pedal setup, but, like, hook it up to... That'd be ideal, honestly. So anyway. Took that, did the poses. So there's going to be 6 poses. Then ideally, I'm going to have 6 facial expressions. So, typical. Exasperated. The mouth can be a bit more extreme on that. And then, cutesy. Because this avatar set didn't have a cutesy. And I don't think I've had a cutesy since 2019. So, the whole idea is you can swap the different faces between each avatar. Ideally then as well, the pupils will be movable. Or like just on a separate layer. Where it's like, so instead of me looking straight at the viewer, I could like... Fuck my life. Classic DBS expression. Yeah, okay, I've destroyed it, but I could look off to the left or the right, depending on what is actually on screen. I think it's going to make everything a bit more, it's going to make it so stuff will be happening more, I suppose, which is always the goal. Because, like, if you go back and watch my old videos, the avatar doesn't move at all. Thank you, Bludgeon, for introducing me to that. You forgot the black part of the glasses. So I did. This is all, the face. Okay, so here's the thing. The face was all, like, That's my face when I Game Freak makes the second Water Steel Pokemon. I know, right? It has been... The fact that we've only had one. And I am so annoyed still at Veluza. Like, okay, look, spoilers for Scarlet and Violet. Spoilers for Scarlet and Violet. Leave the screen. Leave the screen. Look away. That was so small. God damn it. That's a metallic ass fish. That's a spiky, metallic looking fish. When I saw Veluza, I was like, oh my god, Veluza's whole deal is cutting off parts of its own body. It's sharp. It's a barracuda. And it's water psychic. If it was water steel, it would have instantly gone on my team, regardless of the fact that it doesn't evolve. Not that evolution is like a necessary criteria, but because then I just use Tatsugiri because I love Water Dragon as a type combo. You don't see it. That sounds like a skill issue, Shark. I'm kidding. Lack of normal water. Oh yeah, Bibarel is the only normal. Yeah, but normal water isn't cool. Whereas when like Grafaitai was revealed, then you think about it and you're like, okay, normal actually, or poison counteracts fighting. So like at least it has that. Whereas water normal, a water normal type is just a water type with an extra fighting weakness. You know? Dormant places. Oh yeah, okay. So back to the point. I was getting kind of overwhelmed because I was like, okay, we've this, and then I kind of want to have like 6 facial expressions. At least, because then I added in like the cutesy one, and I'm like, okay, that's a 7th one onto what I already have here. Even though technically it's still, because these two are the same facial expression pretty much. One of them is just looking to the side, which is why I want the movable pupils. So the idea is, fuck. What I'm gonna do today is just do the line art for the body, leave the face blank, and then I'll go back and do that in my own time. So that's the face. Yeah, the face is made up of the mouth, the nose, the eyes, and the eyebrows. Everything else, I can fill in myself. I was planning to do like different limb variations and stuff, but then I was like, no. Also, if I haven't said hello to you, hello Lemur, hello Lime, hello Chillbill, hello Dishwasher H. Is it Dishwasher H or is it Dishwasher H? I think I got everybody. But yeah, there's a few things I'm still trying to work out, and it's a little bit, it's a tiny bit overwhelming. But I think we're okay. I'm gonna reduce the opacity of this skybox to like there. I'm gonna change the background to white instead of green. There we go. That seems pretty good. We're gonna turn off all of these. But no, we need you. Bro, I don't really like you because you cuss. Then why are you watching my fucking stream, Cody? You clicked on it. Why does this one have a farmer aesthetic? Why do overalls bother you people so much? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm listening to a... That's a looped song. Hang on, I need to put... It's very quiet right now.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's turn that on again. Skibbity-babbity-bibbity-bab. Let me see. who did I discover recently? I'm gonna see if they have a Pokemon playlist. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. I meant to do this earlier. I've really been streaming for 15 minutes already. I guess I have. Okay, there's like... Okay, there's like 8 videos in here. And the tone is gonna go off the fucking rails from what we've just heard. These are all kind of short as well, so I'll probably put on something else after these. It's all very intense right now, isn't it? I farm videos. That I do. I'm trying to... Also, I lost my drawing glove, so I'm wearing like a regular ass glove, which is not ideal. Let me figure out what thickness of line we're gonna go with this year. Smoothing 66 as always. I think whatever this is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What thickness are you? 10. Drawing glove, that's a thing. That is a thing indeed when you draw onto a screen. Probably not with like an iPad or something. Yeah, drawing glove is like half a glove split in the middle. It's so that you're not getting all your fucking weird hand oil over the screen. Drawing glove, fellow haver of left-handed people. No, I am right-handed, unfortunately. For you... what's fun though is like, I don't think I did my 2022 avatar until like March. Because the first video that debuted in was the Tank Runner collab for April Fools. Also, I have my April Fools video planned, which is it's gonna be very, very funny if I can pull it off. I am a cube now. Actually, that's incorrect. I'm a rectangle. There was something else in my mind that I did not quite remember to say, but I'm sure it'll come back to me. I'm not left-handed. Also, originally this new avatar was just in a t-shirt, but I am still kind of in my quote-unquote sweater era as well, so... No people saying I'm Roblox. Well, hey, look, if I ever decide to do Minecraft content, it'll fit. Because I was listening to one of the hermits. Hermitcraft is a Minecraft community. If you know what Hermitcraft is, you know what it is. Anyway, a famous Minecraft YouTuber was answering a Q&A, and they were asked, like, how do you get the motivation to do, like, big mega builds? And she said that, like, in her actual game, her own personal worlds, she doesn't build anything that elaborate, but it's there's, like, a good pressure that comes with being on YouTube. that makes you adapt to building cooler and bigger things. So, and I've always wanted to build cooler and bigger things, but I just don't have that push. So I'm wondering if I was to make videos about it, would it give me that push? But then I'm also like, that's a big channel risk. It's not even a risk, because Minecraft, I think Minecraft will always do popular. But it's just, how do I make Minecraft me, you know? And I've definitely thought about it before. Because I used to stream Minecraft quite a lot. But I think I had the same problem with playing Minecraft that I did with doing Nuzlocke, where you don't necessarily... When I was doing Nuzlocke, I didn't have like a plan for each episode. The plan was that I would record for 2 hours and then make that 2 hours into like 3 or 4 episodes. Those 2 hours could have been me fumbling around the Mountain Moon, you know? Like, but that was kind of the style of Let's Play that I grew up on, which by the time I did those videos was way outdated anyway. So it's just kind of like, if I was to do a Nuzlocke again, I'd have like a plan of be like, okay, in this episode, you're going to do this no matter how long it takes you, you know? And for Minecraft, I think I have to be the same. Which then was kind of problematic for streaming. Also, plot twist, this era of DBS is going back to having 3 fingers. And a thumb. Don't be pedantic. What if nails were tips of fingers? I'm still gonna do the fingernails because it annoys people and I think it's hilarious. Hand to spinner. Pinky evolution has superseded. A potato farmer. Yeah, obviously if I do play Minecraft, I have to lean into the whole potato yoke. Oh, somebody said something about potatoes in the Discord recently, and I knew I had to write it down because now I've forgotten it. Some of the 2 are regional variants. Did you know that Machamp, or Machoke rather, has 5 toes, but Machamp only has 2? Kind of weird. Okay, that should be going up to the button. That's how logic makes sense, I suppose. If he loses one more finger, it becomes the claw. So then with like the stubble, I'm thinking of making that like the hair color, just so it's not overly dominant. I'm 1 finger away from being a Ninja Turtle. Did they have overalls? Welcome to DBS's Pokemon Toe Facts. Did you know that Blaziken has 3 toes underneath its floof? So I found that out when I was a kid and I was like, secrets revealed. Do any of you have like a chair on wheels and like something gets stuck under one of the wheels and you're trying to roll forward slightly but it keeps you rolling backwards slightly and it's the most annoying experience on planet Earth? Also, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if last year's Avatar was done with the more like jittery brush style. Oh, eat my shit. What is the problem? What's the problem? Oh, Photoshop, stop. Stop, you menace. You absolute fart merchant. You eco... Oh, what's the problem? Yeah, it's doing this. It's doing this stupid thing. Yeah, I can't zoom in or out. I'm gonna go to another app. Hi, Discord. How are you doing, Discord? Let's move it around again. Okay, I can zoom in and out. And I can draw again. Okay. I need to find out what happens. I could be a Robotica Farms NPC. Hi, Spyro. There's like a bajillion fucking wasps. Robotica Farms is... The end of... Okay, I have a hot take. Spyro 2 is my least favorite of the original trilogy. I still really like it. I just didn't play Spyro 1 until I was already a man. So it was like... It was like a fun, fresh experience to just go back to like a really basic level of platforming. And then, Spyro 3 was the one I started with. Spyro 2, I think, was the first thing I ever bought on Amazon. I was like, I can buy a game. It'd have to be shipped to me. My mom was like, yeah. And I was like, holy shit. Incredible. So, like... And I just preferred Spyro 3 over Spyro 2 anyway. Spyro 2 has, like... There's something about the music... And the last few levels... There's just something about them that makes me uneasy, and I don't know what it is. And I'd be interested if it has... If anybody else knows what I'm talking about. Maybe not in this stream. But in general, I might do a poll and I'll be like, hey, does Spyro 2 make you feel uncomfortable in any way? Macho goes to the black market and trades toes for arms. I didn't even think of... Oh my god. Because when I did the short where I'm like, I need something to say about Machoke and Graveler. So I'm like, Machoke trades Graveler's lizard's face for its 2 arms. I didn't even think about its toes. And then everybody in the comments is like, wait, is that real? And I'm like, no, it's not real. It's a meme from years ago. Hi, Aaron. I heard Spyro 3 and was summoned. Easy peasy. Man understands. Best game. Speaking of games, I remember my 4K subscriber special, which I'm not sure if people took seriously. It was me talking to Soldier 76 in Overwatch. And then people were like, are you becoming an Overwatch YouTuber? I should totally do an Overwatch April Fool's video. See, this thing. I uploaded one April Fool's video last... No, fuck! Okay. What? Shit! Was last year the first time I... did a... April Fool's video? No, wait, no. I did the poop block. Okay. But I've gone from doing like 1 video a year to 2 a year. So I think this year I want to do 3 videos on April Fool's Day. I have 2 of them. One of them is definitely confirmed. One of them then is still an idea, and then the third one is kind of up in the air. So I'm thinking, like, would it be funny if I just, like, uploaded Overwatch gameplay? What would my channel name be if I was a gamer, though, is the thing. Dead bed spread Losa. It's because Spyro 2 is like you have to do all the stuff there to stop Ripto from taking over the realm while you're supposed to be on vacation. The thing is, I like Ripto and stuff. There's just something about it, and I can't put my finger on what it is. Congrats to 95k. Thank you very much, Sophie. It's surreal. We're nearly there. I'm going to lick my play button. Lame game name. Oh my... I have to write that down. Well, I don't have to write it down. I have to copy and paste it. I think you won that immediately. I don't think we have any, I don't think we can win more than that, honestly. New channel, go. No, I'm not gonna make a new channel. Same game. Lame. Nah, I think lame game name. It's perfect. I'm fucking thirsty, dude. Okay. Let's talk business for a second. I like the idea of having the two-toned hair. The idea, I just don't know how to divide it up. Because on the back, on the ponytail, there's like a divide. Now, like, so I don't know if I want no line there and just have it be color. That's separating it. Or do I try and draw a line there somewhere? Look, I can draw on those lines later if needs be. Let's hide you. Baba. Baba, Baba. Baba. I think. We could do a bit of that. Or is that weird? I'm gonna... I think that's fine. It'll be a nice hit of red right there. And last thing, we're gonna flip it. Because I did flip a few of them while I was drawing them, so I think flipping it should be fine. It's more so the face that I think flipping will affect. Oh, shit. I just dragged the sky. The shoes, maybe. They do look a bit off. Oh yeah, it's like way forward. Yeah, Jesus. Sorry. My leg goes down like that, but then my foot is here. Okay. That is ridiculous. This is why you flip your drawings, kids. Which is something I'm notorious for not doing. Hello, Sam3H. I love how the stream title is very dramatic. Just actually give anybody any idea what I'm doing. If they happen to not know who I am. Also, speaking of subscriber count goals, DBS, the channel we are on right now, has hit 386. I'm not sure if it's gone up since we started. But that is Deoxys's number in the Pokedex, which means that we've just beaten 3 generations of Pokemon in terms of subscriber counts. Let's fucking go. We love to see it. Title sounds like an apology stream. That was playing all along. Yeah, that looks better. I think... Okay, hang on. What if the line of the shoe actually lined up with the leg? And stuff wasn't stupid. And we can keep this in mind for later on. And yes, I know that feet aren't necessarily the same thickness as a leg, but, you know, it's... Or can I beat every Pokemon game by having a YouTube channel? My subscribers are my Pokemon. If you subscribe, you must have your subscriptions public, and then everybody gets assigned a Pokemon. Oh. Sorry, I just looked up at chat again and I was like, why does one of the things have like a grey outline around it? And it's because it was the thing I highlighted, lame game name. Guys, this is me. And you can cry about it. There he is. A subscriber of every type. Okay, deadass. And you know, honestly, I'm considering saying deadass way more because my name is fucking dead. It just makes sense. The thought has crossed my mind because obviously Dreadspread is a fake mon based off of my username. I was like, what if I made fake mon based off of the usernames of my audience? For example, if Welch is still here, Welsh Giraffe? What's a Welsh giraffe? Yeah. Now, that's not a promise I'm gonna do it. But it's kind of a thing that did cross my mind. What? I was gonna say, what temperature with you? What opacity are you? There we go. Giraffe Apart is the name of a card I liked in a card game, which is based on species beetle. Ah. I'm already a Pokemon. Some variation of Eevee. Evil Armor General Giraffe. I would look it up, but I'm busy drawing. I've just got the name of an animal, nothing else to it. I suppose then I'd like take like profile pictures into account then as well. So like if your profile picture was like an anime girl, it'd have to be like, okay, how do I combine lemur with anime girl? Also, I'm saying theoretically because as it stands right now, the text chat is really small, so I can't quite see what your avatars are. Obviously, with some of you, I know what they are, just from interaction. Chill Bill, why did you say Gardevoir? Just out of interest. Are you gonna make me go off on one? Because genuinely, I might have to make a short about it. Because I said anime girl. Ooh! You have decided to unleash my wrath. Gardevoir is a 50-50 male-female Pokemon. This is my handwriting because the smoothing is on. Gardevoir's Japanese name is Sir Knight. Sir. And nobody gives the same argument for Frostlass and Glalie, who have the exact same evolution mechanic, where it's a Gen 3 Pokemon. You give it a stone, only one gender can evolve. With Kirlia, only the males can become Gallade. With Snorunt, only females can become Frostlass. And my brain turned off. Anyway, I'm gonna put myself back to normal. Am I normal? Yeah, I am. I need the Gardevoir slander to stop. I've lived with it for too long. Also, I'm gonna say it. I don't like Gallade. I think he's really fucking stupid. All the way from his dumpling ass to his elbow knives that make no sense. Yeah, you can hate me. What is this? Oh shit, this is the song I haven't heard yet. Oh, I just spoiled myself. Whoops. Glade is one of those Pokemon that stopped existing one day. I just wouldn't care. Yeah. Yeah, but like nobody. Nobody is as adamant that like female Glalie don't exist. Yeah. That Glalie is a male-only species. Because, surprise, surprise, Glalie isn't human-shaped. So they don't care. But once it has the possibility of fucking tits being put on it, they're like, oh, unga bunga woman. DBS said tits live? Fucking hell. Shit ass. Woo! I think I should make a short with this. It is a video idea more so that I have, though, just because it wouldn't fit into a short. And it's my personal Pokemon pet peeves. Because it's good alliteration. And also I get to give out, which is definitely my energy. Gothitelle is also another one that's... But isn't Gothitelle female only? Okay, now this is just very... Okay, this is classic. I need to look up Gothitelle right now or I'm going to flip out. Oh shit, Gothitelle. Okay. But with... Okay. But with Gothitelle, it's... There is a rarer chance of it being male. So I can understand that. Because even that fooled me right there. Now that I know, I know. Maractus is one that came up recently where somebody was adamant that it was female only, and I'm like, that is simply untrue. Especially because I was working at the True Green 7 collab at the time, and I couldn't tell them, and I was like, my guy, I've just researched Maractus. This is untrue. 1 out of 5 eggs. I think it's 1 out of 4. So it's 25 to 75. Isn't that starter... Yeah, I think the starter ratios are really stupid. How it's like, I think you have like a 10% chance, or like it's a 10th, like 10 out of 100. Yeah, 10. Yeah, 10. That's what that fucking means. You have like a 10% chance of getting a female. It could be less. I think that's really stupid. I know why it was done. Because Pokemon's for boys. Even though it isn't anymore, but it was. Now, I don't know if that's still the case with the starters. Because obviously with Scarlet and Violet, there's still like... I don't know, there might be data that we don't know about yet. The fact that the official art for Scarlet and Violet still isn't out is insane. How can I be expected to make videos when I'm using stupid scanned art? Gothitelle can be male since when? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't remember it ever being male, but apparently it can. I'm looking at it. I definitely remember Gothita being female only, though. I'm just gonna go into Gothita's trivia, because if there's nothing there, it's always been the thing. Yeah. I guess it's always been a thing. That's my fun fact learned for today, anyway. I'm gonna stretch my hand for a sec. Starter should be 50-50 and I won't hear otherwise. Absolutely. I'd absolutely agree. Regardless of which energy they give. I am so thankful that we never got the female Charizard sprite with the single horn. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Conversation made me remember that Heatran is... Yeah, Heatran... I don't know if it's still the case. But it was the only legendary that could have a gender... it's not a difference, but, like... You could encounter it in either gender. Which is just weird, because it's like... Why? If it... It can't breed anyway, and... It's, like... It just seems... Like, they had to intentionally code that in, you know? This is there, like, how crying with these dragons. Yeah, and it still can. It's so stupid. TBS gives out about Pokemon for 12 years. What else is new? TBS's new avatar is a Teletubby. Don't tell anybody. This is a dog, by the way, but I have smoothing on, so it's really, you can't draw details. Gothitel's legs. I don't even know what Gothitel's legs look like. Or maybe I do and I've blocked them out of my brain. I'm not big on people calling Arboliva a waifu, because like it's just a plant. It's a humanoid tree, yeah. I'm like, guys, just because something looks woman doesn't mean it's woman. Surprise, women look like humans because they are. What? Woman, human? Impossible, says Pokemon audience. Even something like Roserade I don't see like overly feminine. I think Roserade is fucking cool. It's probably the only grass poison type I've ever used outside of Venusaur. Outside of like a Nuzlocke. Okay, this shoe is not my friend right now. Oh, why did I have to draw the lines in that order? That's probably why it looks like shite. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. You big grape. Superior's hands, I know that. That was what I used to flex my knowledge on the playground. But I was like, Superior actually has hands. And people would be like, no, it doesn't. Oh my god, it does. I really don't want them to remake Gen 5. I want them to do like a Legends game or something. Like, go back to Unova definitely, but just don't... Just re-release Gen 5. You know? There's no point in remaking it. Especially after, like, BDSP is absolutely just... turn me off remakes forever. And... I don't think I could physically handle a BDSP style black and white. Because then it's this whole question of like, okay, if you're gonna remake them, you also have to remake black and white too. So it's like, and let's say that's Gen 10. Is one, like, do we get like, do the remakes then like overshadow the new games that come out or whatever? Just Virtual Console. Yeah, exactly. They have... The Virtual Console is a thing. Like, why don't they... Like, did Gen 3 ever come out in the Virtual Console? So I remember they did, like... Gen 1 and Gen 2 because those games have, like, no connectivity. up to Gen 3. But then it's just like... Jesus. Now, did I give myself the... I did, yeah. Okay. There's Carm 1910 Xenova and Paradigm Mob Crew. My buddy, I have good news for you. Go over to Ryoma's channel. Watch Pokemon Tower, which I am in. It's kind of exactly what you're talking about. Now, how's you for a... Oh. There is a gap over here. It is very menacing. Speaking of my bad Antonia Banderas impression, apparently the second Puss in... And apparently it is a sequel, so I'm like, do I have to go back and rewatch the first one? Because I don't particularly remember that movie very fondly. But apparently this new Puss in Boots movie is incredible. Like, people are going absolutely bananas over it. And we don't have it yet over here, which is insane. Because I checked up, like, the movie times, and I was like, oh, is it gone? And then people were like, no, it hasn't come out yet. I'm like, what the hell? That is 2 out of 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. Let's get this guy. Edit. Transform. Flip horizontal. That looks fine by me. So I remember with that one, the legs were way too small. Baba, 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 Booey. The only thing you know, people are steamy over the wolf. See, I don't know if people are steamy or if it's like a genuinely good character or whatever. It wouldn't surprise me with people being people. The first one is Hansel and Gretel as buffed. See, I don't even remember that. All I remember is Humpty Dumpty's in it and he's voiced by Zach Galifianakis. And they look for the golden goose, I think. I've seen like 5 seconds from it. Somebody posted like the opening fight scene on Twitter, and I was like, I need to wait to see this in the cinema because it looked incredible. But the idea of a Shrek movie being animated that dynamically, because DreamWorks have been taken over by Illumination, haven't they? Or did I make that up? Am I remembering something wrong here? Because obviously, if they want to make money, they're going to be like, hey, let's make Shrek 5. Especially after, like, a Puss in Boots movie does so well. That's the thing, I don't know if it's actually doing well, I just know that people love it. Because, unfortunately, those two things are not hand in hand. DreamWorks is still separate, okay. So the, if they go back to Shrek and do like this almost Spider-Verse style like animation on it, it's gonna be insane. The thing I'm so scared about if they decide to actually make Shrek 5 is that they're just gonna lean into all the memes like fucking Big Chungus and Space Jam 2. Which I also didn't see, because I was like... Space Jam 1 isn't a good movie. I really like it, but it is not a good movie. And also, wasn't Space Jam 2 meant to come out, like, a decade before it actually did? Like, I feel like they missed... Like, who cared about Space Jam by the time Space Jam 2 came out? Space Jam 1 is at least entertaining. I literally still to this day say, lemony fresh. Like, there are things in Space Jam 1 Like, it's so cursed as well at the same time. But then, like Space Jam 2 came out in, like, 2016, didn't it? Like, that's so beyond the point of it being relevant. Oh, there's, like, an action scene with the granny, like, it's... Avatar. Yeah, that's the thing. I will stan Avatar all day. Like, I will fight people about how I think Avatar is good. I have not seen Avatar 2 yet. Despite being a massive fan of Avatar 1. Just because it's like... I don't know if I want to. You know? And also I've heard people saying it's not particularly fantastic, so... I'm a bit like, ooh. Why is my life so hard? Things I've been oh, I didn't include any of my fingies, but I'll do that when I'm coloring in it. Things I've been meaning to do that I haven't done yet is I want to sorry, I got a DM. I want to I need to reconnect to Nintendo Online because I need to get my Violet Boys for Scarlet. Because then I might consider like doing shiny hunting on stream. Even though shiny hunting is like absolute. Wait a minute. Wasn't there like a thing that there's like, okay, I saw this on Tyranitar Tube, and I don't watch Tyranitar Tube. But it came up because I was looking for... I was doing research on a video, I think. And something came up where it was like... This new Pokemon... Did I dream this? Or is this real? I'm just gonna quickly check this. Yeah, okay. Apparently there's a Pokemon announcement next week that's gonna make the game 100% or 100 times more fun. And it's like, this is for Scarlet and Violet, but it's being announced on like a Japanese Pokemon show. So I don't know if it's like them just trying to get views or if like something big is coming. And now I can't remember what my original thought was. Oh yeah, my original thought, because the video I'm working on has something to do with Megas in it. So obviously Megas are on my brain, and I was like, Paldea is like next to Kalos if we take like real world geography into account. Now, we don't know that it's not next to Kalos. Or like, we don't know that it is next to Kalos, but we also don't know that it's not. You know, there's nothing to confirm. So, what if the thing that's making the games 100 times more fun is they're just gonna bring Megas back out of nowhere? Because you got Tyranitar, you got Garchomp. I'm sure there are others. Like, I haven't looked into this a great deal. But I was like, what if they've brought back Megas just out of absolutely nowhere? And I think I've come full circle on Megas. I used to love them. Now I'm kind of like, eh. And then I used to hate them, and now I'm kind of like, yeah, they existed, it was fine. The thing I don't like is the kind of ditching features that are obviously cool. Like Seasons. There's absolutely no reason why Seasons shouldn't have been in every game past Unova. They add so much replayability. Even if you're doing the post game, it's like, oh, I can't do this thing for like a month because it's the wrong season. Let me do some other stuff and then I'll come back, you know? Now, obviously, there's the risk that like you'll grow bored of the game and do whatever. Thanks, Masada. Kids are on their phones all the time. They don't know what they're doing. All the Paldea Pokemon could get Megas. Well, if Gen 6 is anything to go by, no new Pokemon will get Megas. Except the mythical randomly for no reason. Speaking of Overwatch. My friends are online. The other day, I was doing some very hilarious shit. I was basically talking to people in a movie narrator voice, whether they wanted to hear it or not. And this guy immediately out the gate got so irate with me. Literally, the game started, I go like, "Hello, team," and he was like, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, "What the hell?" Like, and then because he was irate, I was like, I'm gonna play on this guy's emotions. And then I was kind of like, I wish I recorded this, and my friends were like, oh no, I said I was like, I wish I streamed it just to save, and they were like, you should, and I was like, but then I can't guarantee that people would be safe from what the other people in the game are saying. Because people in online games, I don't know if you know this, they can get really, really toxic. And I'm like beyond it. Like, it doesn't upset me as such. Like, it doesn't stick with me after the game, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't want to like be responsible for uploading anything anybody else says onto my channel, regardless of even if it's this channel or the main one. If that makes sense. Because people be stupid, you know? As well, I've gotten back into Rocket League, and there's like not really like voice chat. I don't use voice chat in that. But the messages people send, oh my god. I'm like, guys, it's the fucking funny football car game. What are you doing? See all the time in TF2. I've not played TF2 in an age. In an absolute eon. Can I not move 2 layers at once? Oh. DBS plays TF2 after 12 years and implodes. I also didn't play that much of it when I did play it. Because I was on my, I was still on my laptop, I didn't have the beefy PC. And then by the time I got the PC, everybody was playing Overwatch. So that's where I stuck my foot, finger, toes, pie analogy. I don't know. Been Sea of Thieves. TF2 once, and you didn't like it. So you're not a fan of first person. You see, I suppose that's something, and say what you will about Blizzard, and obviously Overwatch is in like an absolute state of fucking agony now because of the Overwatch 2 and the whole like free to play, pay to win style shite. But just what I like about the game is it's not so much like, obviously I think everybody has a gun, but it's not like, hey, shoot the gun to win, you know? Like, there's a character who does a big punch, you know? So it's still technically a first-person shooter, but there's a lot of variety in it that I like. You don't like doing bullets? Shoot a fucking laser. You don't like lasers? Punch them. You don't like punching? Hit them with a big hammer. Boom. Let me turn you off. I think that foot looks okay. It's all very 2D, is the thing. The style. The style of DBS 2022. 2023, fuck! Damn it. Okay, I'm going to take another little tiny break from my hand. Shark Guy's turned himself into a fridge. You can't trick me. Came at knob, dude, you're a fridge. You even got the dividing line between freezer and fridge door. You cannot trick me. Music has become sad. My cousin, who's like 7 years younger than me, when she's from the States, she showed me like the this music as like the meme. And she was like crying laughing, and I was like, this is just Ends music, what are you talking about? Because I suppose just because I'm familiar with it, I'm like, yeah, it's Ends theme, but she was like, this is hysterical. So it's like, build up, payoff, build up, payoff, build up. God fucking guys, I love Gen 5. Do you know what else I like about Gen 5? And this goes back to what we talked about earlier. Maybe this has always been a thing. Gen 5 had no remakes. It also had no third versions. And people always lump Black and White 2 in with like Platinum Emerald, Ultra Sun, Ultramoon. They are... It's the same region, but they are basically fundamentally different fucking games. The story's completely different. The roster of Pokemon you get is... Like, you still obviously get all the Unova Pokemon, but you get way more stuff. I kind of want them to do a Gen 5 again, where you... The Pokemon are still coded into the game, but in a new playthrough, you have to use new Pokemon. Unless you, like, trade over something you want to use. I think that people get very fucking entitled, where they're like, I need to use Charizard in the new game, or I'm not playing it. Then don't play it. Why should we have to stumble for you to run? I don't know what analogy I was trying to make there. Oh, there's my face. Okay, let's say default. Present. Now, there is a video coming out in January. Hopefully. It's scripted. I did a test record today. It should be fine. If it's a case that I'm under pressure, that video will still use my old avatar. Or my current avatar, I should say. No, my old one. The one I'm working on is my current one. Just in case anybody's, like, wetting the bed or whatever. What's this? This is thinking. Coolaboola. Let's make a new one. Let's call it... Excite. Excite? Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Fuck. See, if that was down by my feet, I wouldn't have had to reach my left hand over and, like, click on a thing.
Oh, no.
I could have just hit a thing with my foot. If I could, like, map it to a dance pad or something, it'd be unbelievable. Um. Okay. About halfway through the poses, so I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get more water. I'm going to go pee. And I want to try and share some stuff with you without specifically spoiling what's happening, you know? Which is going to be hard to do, but I want you to know that I am doing shit. So, I will be right back. Do we think? Yes, I'm back, by the way. Why did that music have to come on? Do we think? This is Dead Bedspread's question opinion corner of the evening. I'm eating fruit salad at the moment, but I figured I would come back and... I might sound far away. That's because I don't want to be chewing into the microphone. Of course you get here and the man is absent. I'm right here, what are you talking about? Do you think Pokemon would be anywhere successful if its name was just like... little dudes? I don't know what the question is. But I do want to fill you guys in on some stuff. So, in maybe the first time ever, I have a video recorded that I forgot to make. It would be much more successful if it was called Little Dudes. I have a video recorded that I have forgotten to make. And by the time it comes out, it'll probably be like... unless I absolutely bust a power move and get time to do it. Because the video at the end of January is pretty big. There's going to be a video in mid-February that's... I need to work on. If those observant of you will know what that is. And that's also hopefully going to be kind of big. So this video will either come out at the start of February or the start of March. Because I'm not getting it done before the January video. Basically, my sister knows fucking nothing about Pokemon. So in a similar style to what True Green 7 did with his friend Natani, I basically show her some Pokemon and I'm like, name this. And it was really, really fucking funny to record. But then the whole thing for that is I need to design like a sprite for my sister, an avatar for my sister, and then if I'm updating my own one, then like we kind of have to look the same, and it's this whole other thing and all that jazz. And also that was recorded on my laptop, and my laptop screen exploded when I had the flu. I went to sleep and it was fine, and I woke up and it was broken. So that has kind of put a slowdown on things. So I'm still currently trying to figure out what to do in regards to that. Shorts are going to be... they're going to be weekly with the quad weekly break. So every 4 weeks there's not going to be a short. Not including this week because... wait, what the fuck? Hang on. How many shorts have I uploaded? 2. It's only been 2 so far, isn't it? Yeah. God, jeez, I'm losing track of what's been publicized already. So the Dragon Bug one, technically was uploaded last year. So the Bug Dragon one doesn't count as one of the 3 weekly shorts. So first one is Drawfee, next one will be this weekend, and then there'll be one next weekend. Then the week after that there won't be one. But that week, then I'll kind of make the next 3, and then schedule those to go out. So very interesting. I saw the tweet about how you rewrote Ratchet and Clank. I'd watch that. I don't know if I'd make that into a video. But it was a nice exercise for myself, because Jesus Christ, I hated that movie with a passion. I'm still eating, by the way, so feel free to ask me anything. Hi, I'm Dead Bedspread. This is Reddit AMA. I'm trying to eat more fruit as well as the thing. I was like, if I like broke down my diet, it'd just be like, oh, I eat bread and vegetables. Fruit do be lacking. And it makes you feel good. Also, my gym emailed me saying like, hey, you haven't shown up in a month, are you alive? And I was like, fuck off. So I have to go back to the gym. I'll post some swole progress pictures on Twitter. Like, deadass, I've been thinking about doing that anyway. Like, progression pictures. I'd like to get, like, a funny outfit or something for the gym before I do that, though. There's a guy in my gym who wears cat ear headphones. I mean, that's fucking base as fuck, dude. What's the magic word? Now? Deadass, that is a thing from my childhood that I actually said. And then my dad was like, Barney says sharing is caring. And I said, well, Scar from the Lion King says life isn't fair, so... Dead bread spread. Yeah, I love doing a collab with new people. Because then I'm like, yeah, look, you can call me Dead. Because I know Tank stumbled over my name a few times. Why would it be now? Because I said so. Speaking of new collabs, so obviously this is one I mentioned with my sister. She's not a internet personality, but it still technically counts, I guess. She's a big guest, and I've been thinking of having like my actual friends on as guests. I'm just trying to figure out like what to do, because that would be an energy to me that like you don't see in videos. Because even with collabs, and I know Bludgeon's in here, we don't know each other, dude. I mean, we do, but like, it's weird when I think about it too much. It kept me up like 3 weeks ago. I was like, I don't know who Tank Runner is at all in real life. I don't know who this fucking guy is, who's slowly, very slowly taking over my stream while emotional music plays. But that's what I love so much about like doing this, like the YouTube thing. It's like this is so fucking this is so needlessly emotional. Get off my screen, you fucking war crime. I mean, he drives a tank. He's probably committed a war crime here or there. Where did he get the tank? What army is he in? I just love the, like, connection. That it's... like, Neck Punch was the first person to reach out to me. I never in my life... like, okay, there's a chance that, like, if I ended up going to Pokemon Worlds, that me and Bludgeon would have, like, bumped paths, you know? Like, me and Neck Punch would have never met. Ever, I don't think. So, this music is way too fucking... it's making us way more sincere than I'm meaning it to be. I'm gonna keep eating. So... I'm nearly done. Man, fruit do be fruity. Okay. Where was I?
Oh no!
Oh shit. There he is. Get out of here. Where's my glove? Oh, yeah, I've lost my drawing glove, so like I'm just wearing an ordinary ass glove. I said this already. Okay. Also, something... I'll get to what I was saying in a sec. It's just on my mind, and I definitely high key of ADHD, so I can't focus on one thing at a time. It's okay. We're not saying anything bad about anybody. Just bear with me. So I want to set it up on my Elgato, where it's like does an audio cue for this. So let me just get it to a point where it fits. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah, I think that works. Okay. So it'd be the case of like I'm talking away, I hit a button and then this music starts playing alongside what's happening. So stupid. Does it light up perfectly? It's close enough. Get out of here. You freak. What? Fruit do be crazy. Okay. Is that Angry Birds epic? Have a merge to the THX logo. No. The Tuba Archmage theme is Tank Runner's new thing. Ugh. But it's like, if he's ever mentioned on stream, that's just the joke that happens. Or they can like quickly flash and go like,
oh no.
But definitely with a different thing. Okay. I'm gonna keep drawing, because I can talk while I'm drawing. Let me just figure out, what were we? We did default, present, thinking, excite. Okay, I haven't drawn excite yet. So the excite is you. And if I flip you, do you look like a dumb idiot? Not really. Hands are a bit small though. Are the hands actually small? Yes, compared to that. Kind of. Yeah, they are. Okay. So I'm just gonna size up the hands here. This sounds like a Gen 6 version of the team. Okay. So it's genuinely a case that like I have so much to do that I'm like forgetting what I'm even doing. So I quite like the new avatar. I like it too. It's a bit rough getting to the point where I was happy with it, but I was super stoked that like it got fan art before it was even finished. That was really, really nice. And if you don't like it, come back in 2024. No, I don't wanna up the size of the thing. Oh, Photoshop, just eat my poo. Like, okay. I think that arm was fine. Yeah, that arm's fine. Okay. Okay. So, first thing is will the stream PNG tubers sprite spear design? Yeah, of course. I just can't do that until the normal sprites are done. Because these ones take precedent because they're actually in videos. I mean, what I could do, if we wanted, is like update this with the new one. There I am. Here's all my details. Wow. Oh, can I put myself back to the weird paint guy? Is that still here? Oh no, it's not. Okay, never mind. Fuck. Okay. Anyway, I'll be doing a whole stream layout redesign anyway. I think I'm gonna make like the talking avatar smaller. I don't think I need to take up this much space on the screen. Okay, so I want to do streams that involve other members of the PokeTuber community. Regular guests on the channel. if that makes sense. Obviously, organizing shit like that is difficult, especially when I'm already so busy. I would be doing it now if I didn't have to redesign my avatar for videos and shit. But I do want to kind of... I don't want to like limit... And obviously we all talk like outside of videos. But for me it was like when I was kind of an audience member. And I mean I still am an audience member. But when I wasn't doing YouTube it was always fun to see like... Oh my god, this person collabed with this person. Like even... To this day. And it's... Actually no, it's not to this day. Because it happened. But like for part 7 of True Green's 4 Artist series, I'm still really excited to see like that collaboration. Obviously, I won't say to this day, but I was in part 6. Woohoo, yippee. Like I still get really excited about seeing. Speaking of fucking crossovers, just go back to Minecraft. The Hermitcraft Empires crossover. That was the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. Absolutely bananas. Also, I'm just realizing that the ear cannot be separated there. Does that look weird? I'll figure that out at some stage. TVS Minecraft Let's Play one. I did hardcore on this channel ages ago. Maybe on April Fool's though. And then okay, I'm thinking about it, because if I can do an April Fool's video that's really shittily edited, and clearly an April Fool's video. But then I could do like a Minecraft April Fool's video, which I like put effort into. And then I can like use that as like a gauge for interest, while also having it be like, well, why the fuck did you upload a Minecraft video? I'm like, because it's April Fool's, it's funny. So that remains to be seen. Definitely more than one April Fool's video, though. For sure. My issue with April Fool's at the moment is I have too many ideas. And if I upload too many videos, it'll nuke the algorithm of my channel. So I will never be... I will be wiped off the YouTube stratosphere. Because my idea going into this year was like... What if on April Fool's Day I uploaded a video per hour? I think that would annoy... I would absolutely get annoyed in thinking about it. If a channel uploaded 24 times in one day. And then there was the whole thing of like, if I do it for 24 hours, then it's like, well, for some people they're going to be like, it's actually March 31st because time zones, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, Christ. The same video 24 times. Like, it's... I wish April Fool's was more than a day. I wish it was a season, because it is the funniest thing ever. Every single video I watch on April Fool's Day, every single thumbnail, I'm so pumped to just see... Because it's like, it can be, like, really high quality, like... elaborate jokes, or it can just be an absolute shitpost, you know? Like, it's... it's so... bananas. April Fool's is actually only 12 hours. I know, it sucks. And I'm never, like, lowbrow, I never do like the lowbrow humor, like, oh, a relative has died, etc. I sense a bit of a scam going on. Trophy game fee. Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, is it safe to like do that to your channel? Just change the name? I guess it is, because like the name of this channel we've changed. Speaking of the live stream channel, I'm not entirely happy with the name DBS. I think it makes sense when it's capitalized, but when it's not capitalized, it's like it's DEEB/EES. You know, it's kind of a mouthful to get out, and like if you don't know what it's called, you're gonna misspell it, blah blah blah. So it's not easy to find either. Because reminder, this channel used to be called Dead Bed Instead. So I'm thinking either go back to Dead Bed Instead or do something like Live Bedspread. I've seen suggested before. These nuts. DB Streamy. This is a remix, isn't it? Where are we? 248. Maybe it's not a remix. I need to play Black and White 2 again. Bro. The boy has entered the drawing zone. He has acquired the flow state. He has not spoken of any of the fucking projects he said he was going to speak of. So yeah, in like the past week. Okay, so last year I did a thing that is yet to come out on somebody else's channel. I've been contacted. So there's... I know that something's going to happen that I'll be doing a voice for. I'll be doing a voice for something else I've been actually contacted about. And I have the script. Then there is a collab that's kind of up in the air. Because here's the thing with collabs. When you reach out to somebody new, it's very easy to do it when you've already collabed with the person. When you're reaching out to somebody new, you're basically like, hi, you know, big fan, blah, blah, blah. You start talking, and it's like, hey, do you want to do a collab? And it's like, oh yeah, sure, I'd love to. Because, like, it goes back to, like, the thing I talked about where it's like, it's cool to see two creators collaborating. So it's like, there's the networking side of it. It's also just fun to collab because it's like, somebody keeps you on your toes, etc. Shows you angles. You get to see yourself in another video, which is always fun. The thing is, I was reaching out to collab, and I was like, cool, do you have any ideas? And they said no. Which is always the case, because I've done it before where I'm like, hey, I'd love to collab with you, but I've absolutely no ideas at the moment. So you can expect a collab with a new person at some point this year. I would say the near future, but honestly, I'm just very, very busy at the moment. So it remains to be seen when that happens. So a few voice things on other people's channels, and then a few more collabs going forward. And then obviously videos of my own. A new super deluxe person. Should they come with an idea, preferably? I mean, yeah, like it's so tricky. Should they come with an idea prefer? Like when I reached out to Bludgeon, if you're still there, you'll remember that I was like, "Hey Bludgeon, I'd love to do a collab, but I have no ideas." So like I did this to you. I did it to Tank Runner as well. Neck Punch. I can't remember which of us did it to each other because me and Neck Punch were talking since like 2018 or 2019. We were talking for ages before our first collab came out. Because we both worked very slowly back then. So, like, it's... I think if you come in with the... Because then I had a guy reach out to me and he's like, "Hey, I want to collab with you, dude. I want to do this thing." And I was very overwhelming. And it was also, like, not quite related to anything I did. It's more about expressing interest, I suppose. And then that gets you excited, and then you can get your brain in that mode. Because I don't think anybody can come up with a collab idea, like, on the spot, without it being like, the best and worst things about Paldea, you know? In a non-fake man context. Because then even, like, with all the collabs I've done so far that have been, like, multi-channel, because I do like them when they're multi-channel. You know, it's like, oh, we finished this one, now watch the other one. But they're not in an order, per se. Like, hey, let's talk about the first 5 Pokemon regions, now let's talk about the next 4. Like, you have to watch mine before you watch whoever did the second one. But... my brain. In regards to Fake Man, then you have to think of, like, 2 ideas that are, like, similar. So with the first one I did with Neck Punch, which was the Pokemon that should be, or animals that should be Pokemon, which fucking, my thumbnail is a dolphin, and what do we have now? Eat my shit. All the comments in that video saying they'll never do a dolphin. They fucking did it. They, like, that first video was both of ours, yeah, and it's scripted in a way where it's like, hey, if you watch this video, hello, and if you didn't, go watch it now, you know? So it's not like, hey, go watch this one first and then come back. It's whoever you're the audience of, you watch it, and then if you want to go watch the other one, you can. So then what Bludgeon's one was interesting because there was no, like, shared Fake Man on each other's channel. Like, it wasn't like I have 2 of my own Reggies, I show one of Bludgeon's, he is his 2 and shows one of mine. Those videos are completely self-contained to, like, our own art styles and lore and shit. It's just the other guy shows up and is funny. But, like, it kind of reflects the whole, like, ideas process that we had during the time. Because we were talking about Reggie stuff for a while. And then Bludgeon was like, wait a minute, this should be the collab. And I was like, I know, right? And then with Tank, it's the Megas and G-Max. Because I'm like, I just need something, like 2 form changes. And they're basically the same thing. Whereas, in that, there is an order to the way we recorded it. But that's because that was literally like a live session. So in Tank's video, there's a bit where he's like, why do we keep talking about horses? And I'm like, we haven't talked about horses in this video yet. So if you haven't watched my half, you're not going to understand that. But besides that, like, you can just watch whichever, in whatever order you want. So that's ideally the way I would want to do a collab. If it's not like a True Green 7 thing. Because with the 4 artists, it's like, I don't have to worry about anything on my end. That's all Ron's side. Like, I just show up. Yeah. And that was super duper fun to go on. It's so wild to talk to people as people, you know? All very, very chill human beings. Ugh. And then I did the second collab with Neck Punch as well. I knew I was forgetting somebody. In regards to the ones that are on 2 channels. So we were like, look, we need a team. And then the team was like future versus past, ancestors and crossbreeds. Yeah. And I still think that the way we tackled it is more interesting. Okay, like I still like paradox forms. And I like what the fuck is it called? What is the thing Elastiva did? Proto and Neoforms? I just wish that I'm not saying that I wish that like future paradox forms were crossbreeds. But I do wish that they were like speculative evolution in a way. Because it's like if you look at like if you look at a lot of the past forms, like Grey Tusks or Slitherwing, they look different enough from the Pokemon that they're based off of. But then like Iron Treads kind of has the same proportions as Donphan, almost. If anything, it's almost smaller because its body is just a ball, you know? So I do like the concepts of like what we did for Ancestors, where we kind of like bunched, where we had like common ancestors, you know? Because I don't like, I would have loved if, let's say, like Brute Bonnet had some like Morlul influence in it, or like some Paris mushroom kind of deal. The future paradoxes seem like they're from one specific time. Exactly. But what annoys me with those is they're just kind of the Pokemon but a robot. They're not different enough like the past ones are. Rainbow's going to do the speculative penguin whales. I also don't like that all of their names are Iron something. Yeah, like, sorry, even if you look at Sandy Shocks compared to any of the future guys. Like, the only thing that Sandy Shocks... And, like Sandy Shocks is clearly Magneton. But, like, its whole silhouette is different. It has a fucking tail, you know? Which is kind of a theme with the past Paradox forms. But it's like, the silhouette is so different. Whereas all the future ones, with the exception of Iron Valiant, are just kind of like... I'll summon the Backpacker. Okay, Deadass. So obviously I follow Bludgeon on Twitter. He made it... He put up a tweet before I ever got to the point that he was going to be going into the crater. So I was like, okay, he must be ahead of me. Then I went down into the crater. Saw Sandy Shocks. I was like, oh my god. This is Bludgeon's new favorite Pokemon. And I almost messaged him. But I think I was busy or something. So then I saw on Twitter... I just posted on Twitter that I went down into the... Yeah, I went down into the crater, and he replied to me being like, don't tell me anything. And I was like... Well, I was like, you were this close for me messaging you being like, so Sandy Shocks, eh? What the fucking hell is going on with the sound? Hello, Cruise the Pug. I'm gonna come back to that hand, it's annoying me. Like, I don't necessarily like any of the future ones. And I don't necessarily dislike any of the past ones. I don't hate any of them. And I don't necessarily love any of them either. I would love... I think Slitherwing would be one of my favorite Pokemon ever if it was a bug dragon type. I cannot believe it's bug fighting. Because Volcarona is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I was like, holy fuck, I love dinosaurs. I was like, he's a like, what even is this? It doesn't make sense. I was like, that's a dragon, it has wings. It's walking around like a fucking dragon. It has the body style of a European dragon. 4 legs, 2 wings, big tail. And it's a bug fight. Why is it bug fighting type? It's not even like the bug ass. That like the thorax or the abdomen. It's literally a big fucking lizardy tail it has. And okay, there are 2 comments I'm getting on the 2 virile comments I'm getting on the bug dragon short. One is that slugs aren't bugs, which I am literally just gonna put down to like a colloquialism, or vernacular style thing. If it's a funny lad and it lives in my garden, it's a funny tiny lad who lives in my garden. It's a fucking bug, okay? But then the other one is like, Yanmega it's not a dragonfly, and the world doesn't revolve around you. And I'm like, Jesus, dude, it's just a fucking short. Like, my primary issue with Yanmega and Flygon. Okay, with Flygon, I can take Flygon because like Flygon was the first ground dragon. The issue there is like the typing was immediately replaced the next generation with a Pokemon that is pretty much better than it in every way. Like I know Flygon is like the cooler, sleeker design than Garchomp, but like Garchomp statistically, if you're going from like a battling point of view, Garchomp is better than Flygon in every way. It doesn't avoid ground type moves, but it's not weak to ground. So like, what's the Levitate was always a weird ability for Flygon. Even though it is technically flying, so whatever. Yanmega, then my problem is it's this crazy looking thing, but we've already at that point had 9 flying bug types. And to even prove that fact further, ever since Yanmega, we've only ever had 1 more bug flying type in Vivian. Is it Vivian or is it Vivillon? Because I go back and forth. I like saying Vivian. I think it's because it's like a double L and it's like European. I don't know. Anyway. What else is in that video? So, Gumi and Gudra, I don't know. It's kind of at that point, I'm like, why don't we have this typing? Naganadel, I'll give a pass. I just needed something to fill in the video. Because Poison Dragon was kind of rare. Like, the only Poison Dragon at that point was, the fuck is it called? Dragalge? Also, conspiracy theorist in me, Dragalge, Naganadel, and Eternatus all look very similar. If you put them side by side. It's like they're each other's paradox forms. It's very weird. Hello, Tony. And then it was with Slitherwing. I was like, this is actually taking the piss at this point. Like, there are 2 of them in that video that I can understand them not being dragon types, but the other ones I'm like, come on. I've always thought making something dragon just because name it after the dragon. But like both my bug dragons use I think at this point. Oh yeah, the other comment I get in that video is like, well, that typing would be terrible. And I'm like, my guy, we have 2 fucking dragon ice lines. Ice is way worse than bug. Also, I think I would like Baxcalibur if it didn't have those weird things in its wrist. I don't know what those are, and I don't like them. Part of me wonders if, like, the whole Slitherwing thing is an error. Yeah. Like, there's nothing type, like there's nothing about it that gives me fighting type. Yeah. There's everything about it that gives me dragon. What'll I call this? Flummoxed, I guess. Let's give you a flip. Is this the end? This can't be the end of the video already. Auto select is off. Yeah, I think that's good. We like DBS when he has monkey proportions. It's because they decided fighting was the prehistoric. But is it? Because are any of the other Paradox forms fight? I guess. But see, then like with Grey Tusks, it looks like a fighting type to me. And also ground fighting like isn't ground fighting. That is the only ground fighting type. So I'm like, okay, cool, new type combo. Like, Crydon too, yeah. Crydon and Grey Tusks read it as it though, is the thing. For me personally, anyway, they do. But then, like, Roaring Moon is a dragon type, so, like, it could have also been dragon. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know, man. What the hell? Also, new movement, Pumpkaboo's ass is Chandeler's head. I know it's completely unrelated, but, Crydon is... Yeah, but, like, Crydon... I don't count Crydon and Miraidon in the Paradox forms. It's very confusing, because they're considered legendaries, even though Cyclozar isn't a legendary. And it's like, why are they legendary and the other ones aren't legendaries? It doesn't make any fucking sense. The Pumpkabooty. Wow, it's almost like eating fruit fucking moisturizes you. Insane. Okay. One more pose. And this one wasn't drawn properly. I forgot to do the sleeves. Let me flip you. Let me flip you, please. Yeah, I think you're fine. Ideally, I won't be flipping the avatar as much, because, like, I'll be able to move the eyes around, so I can just look to the left or right, depending on what it's... The only reason I would flip the presenting one is if, like, the thing is on the right-hand side. But now, with these ones, because with presenting, it's like the hand is jutting out. Whereas with these ones, it's like, I could just be looking over at it. Yeah. I could be looking. My eyes can turn. So. But they all look fine flipped anyway, so it's fine. What am I doing? Okay, you. Best legendary battle team, don't at me. Okay, maybe not best, but it's fairly fucking high up there. I cannot believe it wasn't in Legends. Don't at me. Sheesh. The Ruinous Treasure theme. I heard it earlier, during the... I haven't, because I haven't fought any of them yet. So, and I wanted to try and keep it a surprise. And I did go like, what theme is this? Because I thought it was a bit of a banger. But I want to hear kind of genuinely... Oh yeah, so I want to do, surprise, my Discord has voice channels. At some point when I get my Nintendo Online subscription back, I'm just gonna pop in randomly. I'm gonna go like, hey, does anybody have the Violet exclusives? Here's some DBS fake man that you can own forever. Plot twist. I did not call my profile DBS though, so nobody will believe you. My profile, my player character. I also found out the hard way in Gen 8 that you can rename Pokemon that are sent to you by another trainer, but only once. And maybe that's only if they don't have a nickname. Because the Pokemon I was sent didn't have a nickname. And I was like, sheesh. So I renamed it something stupid, and then it was like, you can't change this. And I was like, well, god damn it. Realistically, I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to play Sword. I think my time with Gen 8 was done at the very end of it. I didn't even finish Shining Pearl. I got to right before Snowpoint City and I was like, fuck this. I hate this game. So I'm not going to play it anymore. Then Legends I played for a bit. I was like, I'm not really getting this. But people kept singing praise about it. So I was like, maybe I judged it too harshly. And I did. I think the start of it is slow as molasses. But once you actually get into it, it's very, very fun. And I've said this before too. People have... this idea in their head where, like, Legends and... Or, like, Legends was a test for Scarlet and Violet. Where it's like, oh, they want to see what works in Legends and they're going to use that in Gen. It's like, that is not the case at all. Might I remind people that Legends also came out last year. There was absolutely no way that they could have implemented stuff. So, in an ideal reality, and I'm not saying this is the case because I hate to get my hopes up in regards to Game Freak. Ideally, they will see what people liked from Legends, they will see what people liked from Scarlet and Violet, they will see what people disliked from Legends and Scarlet and Violet, and then they will bring all of those things together for whatever the next games are. It's gonna be weird, going back to... So, something that I really like that Scarlet and Violet did over Legends is having one continuous ride Pokemon. It always bugged me in Legends that, like... It... Not only is it, like... It's a constant switch to different Pokemon, like, out of nowhere by playing a flute. But they're Pokemon that don't even belong to you. So it's like, my immersion's kind of broken when, like, I'm running around and then suddenly... Oh, I'm falling off a cliff, let me play a fucking flute really fast, and then suddenly Braviary's here, you know? If they're Pokemon in a Pokeball, I could probably give it a pass. But that kind of lost me a bit. That's not how you draw a fist. You maniac. That's more or less the same thing. How have people gotten in their heads that Pokedex said Dunsparce has some hidden potential? Because people are stupid. It also annoys me that people called the Dunsparce Dunsparce. This has annoyed me on the Discord as well, where people will just say things as if they're true. And I'm like, can you provide evidence, please? And they're like, no. I'm like, fuck off. Don't do me like this. Oh, the biggest one. So in the Paradox, in the Bug Dragon short, I included images of the Hi, Joy. You are saying hi and you are leaving, so I don't know if you've already bounced. Because I'm going to talk about Scarlet and Violet. Spoilers. So in the but thank you for your kind words. In Scarlet and Violet, there are the Scarlet and Violet books. Okay. This is driving me absolutely crazy. And there's a page that says the imagined Pokemon. And on it, it has, in Scarlet, it has like the legendary beasts all merged into one. And in Violet, it has the Swords of Justice merged into one. And it says the imagined Pokemon. And the text literally says... Okay, I shouldn't say literally, but it says something to the extent of, this is a Pokemon that we imagine might live down here. So the text says it's something they made up and is fictional. And they sketched what... And everybody's like, the Pokemon are all imagined. It's not a time machine. I'm like, if it's not a time machine, what happens to the professors at the end of the game? The AI professors, that is. Because they go through it. Where did they go? But that's not even the thing I was going to give out about. And I can't remember what thing. Oh yeah. So in the Bug Dragon short, I included those images when I say, like, from our imagination. Because, like, that's just the whole meme. That like, it's... Because I don't believe it, but I'm like, it fits, and I couldn't write a different lyric. Because I was impatient. Then people are going like, you're a fucking dickhead for leaking those images. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The games came out over 6 weeks ago, and this was 2 weeks ago the short came out. So, like, the games have been out for 8 weeks now. 8 or 9 weeks at this point. If you're that shitty about spoilers, one, you knew the games were coming out since February. Like, save money up if you want to play them that badly. If they're not going to be bought for you. And two, don't be fucking watching Pokemon content. New Pokemon content online. Especially this Can you imagine if people went the whole fucking year saying, like, spoilers for Scarlet and Violet? So, they were like, why would you post spoilers, you dick? And I'm like, they're not spoilers, the game's been out for 6 weeks. And they're like, yeah, but how am I meant to know that? It's like, I can't remember the specific, it's on Twitter. But it's basically like, it was just given out that I showed the images of the speculation, of the sketches. And they're like, and I'm like, it's not spoilers, like, those are in the game. And they're like, no, this is spoilers. It's like DLC spoilers. And I'm like, they're literally in the fucking main hall of the school in a book. And then the last comment they replied to me with was like, oh really? I've heard people saying that these are DLC leaks. And I'm like, how about you do your own fucking research into what So then it's like, oh, so you've seen the images already if you've seen 5 people talking about how they're DLC leaks. You know? Unless he's talking about in my comments, but we didn't word it that way. So it's just like, people are just giving out for no reason, which is now making me give out for no reason. And it's just a big fucking cycle of bollocks. Ah! Okay. I am very angry. Okay, I'm gonna color these guys in. Let's call this monkey mode. Baba Booey. Oh, there's my face. Wow. Whoa. Gosh. Hello, Internet Arrow. What the heck is up? This bit can't be stopped after I committed to it. You must Live the way I live. If moments or it's just my face floating, I don't know what that means. Your logic is lost on me. I'm going to remove you and put you there. I'm gonna call that 10 pixels, by the way. I'm gonna take the glove off because I don't need it anymore. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing shading today. Yeah, I'm over 2 hours in. And it's after 9. Oh, jeez, it's half 9. What the hell? So I'm going to do quick colors of these, and then I'm going to leave. Probably play a bit of Overwatch. Because that's my whole jam. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like on stream. I was thinking of a few like sight gags where kind of my face would just go like Let me get my colors. Join Avenue. Bring back the goofy squat shrugging pose from your character to Pokeball shirt. It's not a it's not a shrug, it's a whoa guys wait. I know exactly what you're talking about. It is, drumroll please. Keep the drumroll going. This guy. It's like, wait, hold on, please. There's no need for my avatar to squat because my avatar is not bound by the laws of gravity. And I can do the blonde highlights later. If even necessary. No, I need those anyway. For the, wow, it's a ring of colors. Very epic, very cool. Turn that off. Oh, shit. How did I mess this up? It's a different one you're thinking of. Well, that's the Pokeball shirt one. And it's the only one that's squatting. There is the shrug, but he's standing up straight in that. Hey, hello everybody, my name's DBS, and this is DBS. Squatting. If it's the one I'm thinking of, squatting is the worst word you could use to describe it. Is it that one? Because that ain't a squat. Shitting. What is this? Yeah, this is Mystery Dungeon. Okay, I need, I need something dramatic. Whoops. Let's get some fucking... mad beats in here. Why is who sitting in a fake chair? How'd you come up with the name Dead Bedspread? There's a whole video about it. It's at the start of December. Okay, it wasn't a whole video about it. But short answer is it's 3 words that rhyme. I murdered my bed. I did murder my friend's bed. And I'm wondering how long I should not explain that sentence for. And to make matters even worse, I broke it with my ass. Oh, lads, this looks fucking class. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Local people threatened by overalls yet again. If you see me at a con this year, I will be wearing overalls, unless it's very warm. What if I colored myself in the Mario colors? You know, I would rather be compared to Mario than Saberspark. For people say, yeah, but like, the only similarity is it's red and dungarees. What's wrong with Saber? I'd rather... No, I don't think I look like him either. But I redesign my avatar anyway each year. To reflect how I am at the start of the year. I'm a hairy fucking idiot at the moment. My hair is tied up right now. And it's not what's wrong with Saber, it's just to... I still get those comments and I'm like, can you just comment about what the video is about, please? Oh, this next one fucking slaps. No, that's not what's next. Don't show me what's next and then not do it. Important question. Does the skeleton still have cheese? Always. That is if this avatar does have a skeleton, which I don't know if they do. New DBS lore dump for you there. Is Quaxley is a squid? If Quaxley is a squid and Fuecoco is a horse, then what is alone on Sandslash? Why didn't you ask about Sprigatito? Because the Alolan Sandslash is an icicle. Upside down. Stalagmite, stalactite. Stalagmite. Ice. Because he's like a stalagmite icicle. Oh, we have a lot of color gaps here. Sprigatito's obviously a weasel. Sprigatito's not a weasel, for Christ's sake. I will not entertain this fallacy. Whoops. I'm gonna do an alternate Mario color scheme in a sec. Sprigatito is weed. Debatable. And just because the games are out doesn't mean I'm not going to lean into the Sprigatito thing at some point. Because I never got around to making the Sprigatito short, but I will still bring it up in a future video. Yes, video, not short, video. Video, DBS still makes videos, what? Okay, let's Pokemon City medley. Easy. Okay. Sprigatito is a Scottish person. No. Guys, you're so, like, not getting it. And I know some of you know the truth. Y'all are just staying quiet. It's the unholy trinity. Fuecoco's a horse, Quaxly's a squid, and Sprigatito is a... The thing is, yeah, it's a centipede. I don't, New Convergent Evolution, Weedrill. But Weedrill... What? It's so confusing. Sprigatito is A, the letter A. Ah, it's a centipede. You do know the lore. The thing is, I'm obviously done with the whole Fuecoco's a horse thing. Like, the bit. With being pushy about it. But I will still... If it comes up, I'll just go like, oh, he's a horse. It's... Like, I know they're crocodiles. And I'm not even doing this for, like, a Chinese Zodiac thing. The Chinese Zodiac's fucking dead. They are not oxes. Oxen are specifically not fucking bulls because they are castrated. They are technically the same animal. And it's not the... This is changing tunes way too quickly for me. And it's like it's 2 hours long. There we go. Bit of a turn of forest. What was I saying? Like, I'm obviously not gonna stop the whole Fuecoco as a horse bit. But it's just like, there was a... There was a whole, like, it's when you don't know what it's gonna turn into, you know? And I said this at the time, but it's so weird now, being in a time... Because it just kind of feels like Skeledirge and Fuecoco always existed, you know? The new generation to me now is becoming... It's going into that, like, area where they feel like they've been there as Pokemon forever, you know? Obviously, like, two months ago, I was like, oh my god, new Pokemon. But now I'm like, oh yeah, they're Pokemon. And it doesn't matter if you don't like some of them, they are still Pokemon. That's usually why you never see me doing, like, redesign content. I have nothing against people who do it. It's just... It's kind of like an exercise in futility for me. It's like... You just kind of have to live with what you're given, you know? no amount of any complaining we do is gonna make them change. This music's very loud. Like, I'm not massive on Skeledirge, but it's like I'm not gonna get up in arms about it, because like even if I even if I redesigned it to be absolutely the most amazing fucking fire crocodile you've ever seen, Skeledirge isn't what I've designed. Skeledirge is still the same thing in game. Whoopsie. 2 months ago, I was on New Months now begging Game Freak to go back to Alola. Bring back. They're not going to bring back Alola for years. That was 2 generations ago. We still have to get to Unova and then Kalos before we go back. Though, somebody in my comments did say, because Gen 10 is the next generation, what if they did like a world tour kind of game, which has like all of the, maybe not all the generations, but like 3 or 4, you know? Like for Gen 10, surely they'd want to do something more out there. Especially with the way late Gen 8 and so far early Gen 9 have gone. It remains to be seen what the rest of Gen 9 is. But the ambition, I feel, is there again. Because Sword and Shield, I think it's confirmed that Sword and Shield were Switch games to begin with. Or, not Switch games. 3DS games. I think that was confirmed, because I've been holding on to it. And it explains why the characters move the exact same as they do in Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon has the doofiest fucking walk cycle in a Pokemon game ever. Game Freak to actually code the game. Yeah. That's no secret either, that they are not adept at what they do. But then I understand, like, this is the franchise that, because if Game Freak didn't have Pokemon, they wouldn't really have anything. Like, they have to hold on to this for all they're worth, you know? Oh, piss. Okay, let's try this again. The flying goes up there, then it comes out here. Speaking of Alola, hi, I'm Lily. I changed my clothes and tied my hair up. I'm no longer a jellyfish woman. Favorite of main series games from each generation. Okay, I played Yellow and then I went in the washing machine. I didn't play Gold or Silver. Ruby, then it's between Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire, Leaf Green. I'm going to say Emerald. Then it's between Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I've only played Heart Gold once, and it was when I was already a man. I just have more of a connection to Platinum, but I like a lot of stuff that Heart Gold did. Then Black White 2. I'll say White, because I prefer Zekrom. Which always confused me as a kid, because I'm like, why does the white game have the black legendary and the black game has the white legendary? What? XY ORS. Omega Ruby, I think, was better than Y for me. Yeah, Gen 6 is just kind of the forgotten... X and Kalos is just kind of the forgotten generation, I feel like. It wasn't like offensive or anything. It just kind of happened, you know. I really liked Oris. Well, Or specifically. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Sun and Moon. Sun, I think the Ultra games absolutely diabolically castrated the plot of those games. Like, to a maddening degree. I want to go back and play them just to see if, like, my memory serves correct. Because I did like a weird thing with Ultra Moon where I was like, I'm gonna only use dog Pokemon for this, which would be way easier in Scarlet because Gen 9 added 3 new dogs, but and Crydon's kind of a dog too. Then Sword Shield didn't play. Well, I played Sword up to like the 3rd gym. Shining Pearl was ass. Legends Arceus is a mainline game, so Legends Arceus for Gen 8. And Scarlet for Gen 9, because it's the only fucking Gen 9 game we have. Crydon is a horse. Crydon is a good boy, and I feel sorry for anybody that played Violet, because from what I've seen, Miraidon is way less fun looking in the cutscenes. Okay. That's me. Oh, that's the Eldritch Spready. Let's put that in the Discord. Yeah, I wanted to upload a GIF to Twitter earlier of my avatar, and Twitter couldn't fucking handle it, so thanks fucking Elon. You prick. What did I save this as? Creature. Oh, yeah, of course. Call this Creature 2. Okay. Ba ba ba. How did I lose this so quickly? Sprenderman. Okay, there we go. I just remembered in Mystery Dungeon how if you stayed on the floor for too long, it'd be like, something's coming, run. That used to freak me out. Okay. That I think is pretty good progress for today. So yeah, a few... This just... I need to write shit down, you know, that's the thing. So the stream layout's going to get a whole overhaul to make the actual screen here on the inside that you're looking at much bigger. Because the border doesn't need to be that big. A lot of that can be shrunken down. And I want to do a lot more of this
Oh no!
style stuff. Because I could do that as simply as pushing a button and going like I could do it because that was a button, yeah. So I think I just need to like reset my whole OBS scene because it's kind of a mess. But I'm not. There's nothing stream wise that I'm super interested in streaming at the same time. So like that'll be kind of as it comes. I think the next thing I'm gonna stream, if it's at an ideal time, is reaching 100k subs, which I have no idea what to do for it. But I think it'd be nice to scream into the microphone and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna try and like put together a list of like a to-do list. So it is a bit overwhelming, but it's like a fun overwhelming, you know. Also, the money I'm getting from Patreon, I'm gonna start putting it back into the Discord. I don't know what that means yet. I don't necessarily understand what server boosting does. But I'll try and see if there's anything cool. I think stickers, we can get through that. Animated stickers. So stuff like that we can look forward to on Discord. In the near future. But anyway. This has been Dead Bedspread. This has been my new avatar, which hopefully I'll have done by the weekend. It's fucking Wednesday, my dudes. Jesus. I was planning for the short this weekend to have this avatar in it, but I might just use the short for the week after this weekend and use this one the weekend. But it's all shit that doesn't matter. I've been Dead Bedspread, streaming on DBS, and I wish you guys all the best. Also, sorry for anybody who's scared of Bear in the Big Blue House. Because blood! Jump scare! Blood!